Hello 11th class students. This is your chapter 12 tuple. In this class we will discuss the summary of the chapter. So first, what is tuple? So tuple is a data structure in Python. It is also a sequence data type similar to list and strings. In tuple, it consists of a number of values that separated by commas. And how will you identify that this is a tuple? By in parenthesis and close parenthesis, you will be able to identify that this is a tuple. Next is tuples are immutable, means you cannot change the elements of tuple in place. So how will you create a tuple? So create a tuple by just putting the enclosed parenthesis and then you have to write the values, and each value is separated by commas. For example, this 1, 2, 3, this is a tuple. Now next is, in this the integer and the decimal values are there. In the next example, string, integers, values are given. Then string values are given. So in a tuple, you can use any type of data in a tuple. So creating tuples. So you will be able to create tuple by this way. This t is equal to this, then this is an empty tuple. You have to put the values by separated by commas. Next is, this construct is known as the tuple display construct. In this, the first method is empty table, empty tuple. By this way, you will create a tuple that is of empty. Next is single element tuple. If you will write only single element, then it will give you just 20. Okay, but you have to write a comma there, so that it will be identified that this is the tuple. Like in this example, this t is equal to 5 comma, when you print the value of t, then it will give you a tuple. Okay, and here no parenthesis is used. Now in this also 100 comma, when you print it, then it will give you 100 comma, this is the tuple. Now creating long tuples. So in this you can use any number of value. So this is a long tuple. Nested tuple. In this you can use tuple inside the tuple. So this is the outer tuple, this one is the inner tuple. So when you write the index, so this will become 0, then 1, 2, this whole is the third index, and this is the fourth. So when you calculate the length of this t1, so it will give you the length 5, and the element of t1 1, it will give you the element 20, this one. And if you want to access the element of this tuple, then you have to write the first index, then the element index. This is 3 1, the element is this one 50. Now creating tuple from the existing sequence. So this t is equal to tuple. This is a sequence that is Python already exists. So when you print the value t, it will give you the result in this way. Okay, now again the item, this is a list, and when you convert it in tuple, then it will give the elements in tuple form. Next is tuple input enter element. So you have to enter the element, that is a b c d e, this is a string, and you have written here tuple, so all the elements will be converted in tuple. Next is eval. So in eval function you have to enter the tuple elements. So here you have to enter the element, these are the elements, and when you print the value, then it will give you the result in tuple form. Next is accessing tuple element. So you can access the element by forward indexing and by backward indexing. So forward indexing starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and backward indexing starts from -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5. Now there is some similarity with list, that is you can access the tuple element by writing its index. For example, this tuple 1 2, it means the element at the second index. Next is length. So in this you have a length function that will give you the total number of elements in a tuple. Indexing and slicing. Indexing and slicing you already done in list and strings. The same way you will do it here. Membership operator, you have two operators, that is in and not in. Now concatenation and the replication operator, that allow the plus and the multiplication for the tuple addition and replication. Now difference from list. So there is only one major difference, that is lists are the mutable and tuples are immutable. You cannot change the value of tuples, but you can change the value of list. Now traversing tuple. You can access the tuple elements by using in operator, using for loop, and by the range function. Now this in operator is used with for loop that iterates each element of a tuple in sequence. Like list, tuples also can be created using the range function. Tuple operation, so this is joining tuple, slicing tuple, comparing tuples, unpacking tuple and deleting tuples. So joining tuple, you have to use the concatenation operator plus operator so that all the elements of list will be joined. Next is replication tuple. So replication means multiply. This is your tuple. When you multiply it by 3, so it will give the result 3 times. Slicing. So slicing means it will give the value of that particular index start to end minus 1. So this is the data. By this data, these some are the operation and this is the result. You have to check it yourself. Again, this is a slicing tuple. You have to check it yourself. Now comparing tuple. So comparison tuple will use the relational operator or it will give you the result in Boolean form. Unpacking tuple. So when you create a tuple from a set of values, that is called the packing, and when it's reverse, it will call the unpacking. For example, now in this T1 is equal to this, so this is the packing, and when you will write A, B, C, D is equal to T1, then this is the unpacking. Okay, then A will hold this, B will hold this, and C will hold this, and D will hold this. By this way, you can also change the value, and then again you can do packing. So deleting tuple. Now deleting tuple. In this, the index of particular element is not deleted. Here, if you want to delete the element, then you have to delete the complete tuple. Okay. So the tuple are immutable. That's why you are not able to delete the tuple elements. Tuple function and the methods. So these 6 are the tuple function, that is length function, max function, minimum function, index function, count function and the tuple function. This length function will give the total number of elements in the particular tuple. Maximum, it will give you the maximum element. This is the example. You have to just go through with these example. Now next is the minimum. So minimum value, it means it will give you the minimum value from that particular tuple that have the minimum value. For example, this salary, when you write this minimum salary, it will give you the minimum value, that is 700. Index. So index return the index value of a given element in the list. If the element is not present, then it will give you the error. Now count, it will give the total number of particular item that this particular element is repeated. How this particular element is repeated how many times. This will give the result in number form. Okay, so that you have to use an object also, tuple object, then you have to use the count function. Now next is tuple. So this is the constructor. So it is used to create tuple, that we already know. So we can use this by creating tuple empty value, then tuple from string, then tuple from list, then a tuple from keys of dictionaries. Now indirectly modifying tuples. As you know, tuples are mutable, so we cannot change the value of tuple. But by these two methods, we can change the value of tuple. First is using tuple unpacking, and second is using constructor function of list and tuples. Okay, you have to just go through with these two programs. Okay, now your chapter is complete. So in the next class, you will get your assignment. Okay, so till then you have to just revise the chapter, and if you have any doubt, then just let me know. And you have to make proper notes, and you have to make proper notes and then submit your notes to me either on WhatsApp or you can mail me. So thank you and have a nice day.